Hi ladies, I'm back. Onward and upward to card number 2. It's going to have a lot of fussy cutting in it. I'm sorry. Again, we're going to be using the Tasteful Touches stamp set. And I noticed in the last video, when I'm holding them up here like this, where I can see them, they're cut off for you. So I'm going to try to hold them down lower and hope that you can see. But anyway, that's the stamp set again. And then I did this little guy that shows the shapes that are in the dies that go with the verbiage, all of the verbiage on the stamp set. That looks like okay to me. I hope it does to you. Okay. Another one I wanted to show you called Ornate Frames. Kind of cute. I used this on something. Here we go. Those nice. Couple of different shapes in there that we haven't seen before. And like I said, I've used, well, on the card coming up, I used some of these ornate frames. They're in the back of your catalog in the 170, late 70 numbers. Okay. Right, like I said, lots of fussy cutting. This is what we're going to be doing. And wow, the color looks really strange on my monitor, but it is Poppy Parade, black and white. One of you lucky souls out there has got a completed card. I couldn't find my sample anywhere, so the only thing I can assume is that I sent it to someone. So I apologize. And I will give you a kit if you would like. I hope it's not a Zoom person. I hope it's a video person. So anyway, this is what we're going to be doing. It has the 2 flowers. It has a little bit of embellishment with silver foil that came from this set. Wasn't sure if it was this one or the ornate frames. I actually, on my sample, I stamped the leaves. You could do that if you were going to reproduce this card. This one, we're going to cut them out. So anyway, gives you something to do, right? So this is the guy. Get your kit out, and we'll take a look at it. You have a card base in white. You have a layer of black. Lost you for a minute. Okay, card base is white, layer of black, a layer of red, Poppy Parade, excuse me, and you have a piece that's got 2 flowers stamped on it. You have a piece or several pieces, however your kit ended up, with 3 leaves that you're going to be cutting out. Empty my little baggie here. You have a piece of black that is going to be part of your greeting with the word celebrate that's going to go on top. And this is from that Ornate Frames die set. Okay, I also gave you an extra label that you can stamp with something else if you have something that's small enough to fit on there. And the silver for embellishing. Okay, so we'll get going. I'm gonna do you know what, turn the table tops down, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, it's up to you however you would like to put this together. I'm going to go ahead and do my layers first. Make sure I've got the right thing going on here. Like I said, I'm trying to learn the upside down thing. I know you're tired of hearing that probably. Layer of black goes down first. And you have a little bit, tiny bit better than 1/8 of an inch. then the layer of red, which you are going to emboss with your favorite embossing folder. So let's just go ahead and do that. Okay, we're back with our embossed piece. So let's go ahead and layer that on, if you haven't already done so. Tiny reveal on this. Probably figured out by now I got it crooked. What that's all about. Okay, there we go. Now then comes the fun part. We are going to fussy cut. The flowers are pretty self-explanatory. The feathers, I'm going to go ahead and cut around the entire feather. Then I'm going to come back in and do some V-shaped cuts to give them some poof. If you don't want to do that, you know what? It's your card. You can do whatever you want. So anyway, the easiest way I have found to do this is to cut all the way around, like I said, like that, and then come in here with some V cuts to cut away the blank spaces. And we're going to do this on all three of them. And when you get to the parts where there's not much blank space, you can just kind of fringe it. You can do as much or as little as you like. You know, it's just up to you. Matter of taste. And how much 3D you want going into it. Once you get that done, I want you to get your Poppy Parade out, or a real red. Possibly you could use black as well. Black would look really good. Just kind of hit the edges of this. Okay, I'm going to come back in a minute with all three of them cut out. Okay, ladies, I'm back, and I decided that this looks a lot better with black. So got some black out, and I'm going to do just the edges of those feathers with a little bit of black ink. I think it makes them look much better. Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead and place our feathers. Not really placing. If you have anything removable, it might be good to kind of use it, but in the meantime, in between time, I need to look at this again. Sorry. You'll have to watch me, and I'll watch the card. I'm going to put one about there. And one a little bit lower. I actually like this card better with the flowers higher and the word, I am doing it the wrong direction, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to do it and then I'll turn it around for you. I just can't do this. Okay. Something like that. And I think that I would like this a whole lot better with the flowers higher and the celebrate down here lower. It just, I don't know, for me it's more eye appealing that way. So I'll do that. I'm sorry, I'm doing this wrong. We should be cutting our flowers out too. So let's do that. Get flower and go for it, because we have to have those to know where to put the feathers. So cut your flowers out and then we'll come back together here. Okay, everyone, I have my flowers cut out now. We're going to ink them, and I'm going to do one in the Poppy Parade. I lost my dauber. And one in black. So we'll see which one we like best. We're also going to be using a black marking pen to put some poppy seeds in the middle of that poppy. One thing I don't want you to do is get the idea of using like your blender pen to work on this poppy, because it turns really pink. Doesn't look very good. So let's not do that. Darn it. Well, maybe I'm going to do the... No, I'm not. I'm going to go find a dauber, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, red dauber coming up. And you can decide what you'd rather do. I've got Poppy Parade here, but there's no reason that you couldn't use real red, or even cherry cobbler would probably work well too. But like I said, just don't use the blender pen, okay? And get your black marker, and let's do some poppy seeds. I just kind of dot it all around in the white areas. Uh-oh. Excuse me. Okay, back to poppy seeds. I think that we're looking pretty good here. And like I said, I'm pretty sure that I like the red one the best, but we'll see what happens when we put them on the card. How's that? Okay. Now one of these is going to go right side up, and one of them is going to go upside down, like so. So, right. Hope you can see that. Okay. So the best way I have found to do this is to use our little glue dots. I have a feeling I'm going to be doing this video over. Hope not, because you guys need to get them tonight. Okay. Like I said, I'm going to put this up a little higher than we have there, because on the sample, because I think it's going to look better with the celebrate down below. Not to confuse you, just do what I'm doing, okay? about like that, probably. All right. Now for the top flower, I am going to use poppers on it. And I'm just going to put them right in the center because we're going to be putting some embellishments behind it. So I'm just going to use a couple, maybe 3, right in the center of the flower. Poppers everywhere. Okay. Kind of like so. My computer's making a noise. That's not a good sign, is it? Okay, and a glue dot on this one should be sufficient. That's gonna slip underneath there. About like so. Okay, for your embellishment, guys, probably going to have to trim some of this away. Not real sure, but maybe not. Depends on how you ended up. I'm going to trim a little bit. And whoop! Runaway glue dots. And slide it under there so it just shows a little bit, just a little sparkle in there. And the same with the circle, the wheel, whatever you want to call it. You're definitely going to have to cut it. Couple of glue dots on each end, or maybe even in the center would be the better thing. I want that down lower. I don't want them directly opposite one another. Okay, now for a greeting. I didn't really get this up as high as I wanted to, but I'm still going to put the greeting at the bottom. Okay, this is, again, a die cut from the ornate frames. And I am not going to pop this. However, you can if you would like. Okay. I gave you an extra one for a different greeting if you wanted. So there you go. Up to you to decide which way you like it. But I'm favoring this one, I think. No, it doesn't look good at all. Not at all. It all needed to be moved. But this is what you wanted to end up with, so hopefully you have something that turned out perfectly. We will go on to the other one. I'm kind of embarrassed, so I'm not going to look at you guys. I'm just going to end this video. Love you. Bye.